Kingston, we're going to play a game of Follow the Leader. Kingston, why don't you give Kayuket a big wave hello? Wow, would you look at that? Kayuket is paying very close attention to you. Killer whales have excellent eyesight both above and below the surface of the water. They're also very curious, and we often see them spy hopping or jumping completely out of the water to get a better view of their surroundings. Now Kayuket is off to the bottom of this 40-foot deep habitat to demonstrate this in the center with a behavior we call a sighting bow. And what a bow it was! Great job, Kayuket! Now we're going to talk a little bit more about killer whale communication. These animals can communicate in a variety of ways, and producing vocalizations is just one of them. So now with the help of Kayuket's new friend, we're going to ask him for a vocalization. That was beautiful! Did you know that scientists believe when a whale leaps out of the water, it may be a way of communicating to make their presence known? You see, sound waves travel approximately 4.5 times faster in the water than they do through air. So when a whale leaps out of the water and crashes back down, that sound can be heard for miles around. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give another round of applause for the whales and our audience volunteers. As we've just seen, killer whales can communicate by leaping out of the water and making a huge splash. SeaWorld's research and observation of the killer whales in our care has shed light on many mysteries about these amazing animals. For example, we now know that the gestation period for a pregnant killer whale is 17 months. That's information that's impossible to obtain in the wild. However, some information can only be gained through field observation. Over the last 60 years, SeaWorld has worked closely with our partners from all around the world to help further our knowledge. Killer whales are remarkable, powerful animals, and perhaps the best expression of that power is when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal can be their dinner.
Yeah.
Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from icebergs. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with swipes of their tail fins.
In the ocean, killer whales create waves to hunt, use fluke swipes to stun their prey, and can even beach themselves up and out of the water. For these whales, it's a fun demonstration, but for you, it's time to get wet! hundreds of pounds of food in a single day. Depending on where they live and the time of year, their prey can vary. Unfortunately, things like overfishing and pollution pose a serious threat to many populations of killer whales.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right? Wrong.
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Their future depends on you.
Through your actions.
For the choices we all make.
We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Killer whales continue to surprise and amaze us. They're the perfect ambassador of the ocean, limitless, connected, powerful, but still vulnerable.
The challenges that we face can seem insurmountable. Don't give up. Be inspired.
The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming. But together, we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect. So much to explore. The killer whale story is still being written, and there are simple things we all can do to make a difference. All it takes is one choice.
One positive act. One ripple that can grow and grow.
And change the world.
Together, we've got this.